morning, guys. So back on the road here on my Arizona trip. Today I'm on my way to Fab Rats. Now, if you're not familiar, not in the car world, Fab Rats is a spin-off of Matt's Off-Road, which is another recovery. But I've been following Fab Rats for years now, and they just, Paul Cox, the owner, and his wife Michelle, they build crazy vehicles. And he's just so talented in fabrication, and he called his company Fab Rats. So they do lots of rescue out here, but then they build lots of cool stuff. So I'm going to see them. They're in a really, by the looks of it, I've never been there, but a little tiny town called Glendale, Utah. So I'm going there today, and then I'm going to go to Zion, which this area is just spectacular. So Zion, I think, is just blow my mind. I drove past the Bryce Canyon, which I'm going to circle back to and show you guys after, but just seeing it from the highway is just mind-blowing. The rocks are like bright red. It's just so cool. I'm gonna send up the drone later. It's a perfect day to fly, but me being me, I didn't think about it, but the batteries froze last night. So I'm just unthawing them and getting them charged up, and they should be good to go here shortly. But I'm gonna show you guys the whole area and introduce you to Fab Rats. I don't have any reservations. I did write them like months ago, and they said come by. They've got a place called the Rat Shack, which is where they sell their merchandise and shirts and everything. So gonna go to the Rat Shack, and hopefully they'll let me film and get some of the vehicles that are in the parking lot. So what an awesome day. You know, I was sitting here months ago, just, I don't know, you get in your almost your black hole. You think, I can't do this, like I need this to do this. For me, it was, okay, I need a truck to pull my trailer to do a trip like this. And then it was, oh, I'm too injured because I'm in a wheelchair, or I've got surgery, or I've got this or that. And you know, you just got to get busy and do it. Like, I am so thankful I went on this trip and experienced all these things. I won't lie to you, I am missing my family and really would like to have them experience this with me, but just to be able to see this, and then maybe I have an idea next time when I come back with Lisa and Kenzie to show them what this area is like. Just spectacular. You know, I'm sure in Canada there's places like this, and I just haven't really opened my mind to what's available. So looking forward to just exploring and seeing our country and our neighbors' country here, and just experiencing new things. You know, like I'm taking this trip just one leg at a time, and every morning I get up and just, you know, I'm hurting in the morning, just don't feel like getting out of bed, and I'm like, you know what? I'm lucky to be here. So let's get on to Fab Rats. And yeah, you guessed it. DJ, can you please roll that intro?
Hey everybody, my name is Andrew Adley. After a workplace accident, I was left as a bump knee amputee. I had a decision to make. Get busy living or get busy dying. Obviously, you only have one life, so I made a decision to get busy living, exploring every opportunity that's presented to me. Tune in every week for different adventures, both from accessibility standpoint
To adventures with my family and friends.
and every adventure begins with one leg at a time.
Well, hey there, guys. So I'm in, it's listed as the Dixie National Forest, but it's basically Bryce Canyon. Look at these hoodoos. Just incredible. Bright orange clay, I guess. It's all the way around the whole area. Just spectacular. You drive right through the entire canyon, then you turn around and come back. But it's all this bright red rock. Just incredible. to see something this red, like, I mean, I guess it's clay or a form of clay. And then all these hoodoos. It's a definite much to see on anybody's list. Look at this. Straight up. I don't want to cross any of the roads any closer, but man, it's so cool. If you guys are ever outside of or in Utah, near Glendale, it's definitely worth seeing Bryce Canyon, and then I'm going on the Zion Forest, which is where I'm going on to now. Look at them up there. Just incredible. Such a cool thing to see. Mother Nature's just, when you think you've seen everything, you haven't seen anything. Like, just unreal. So they call it the Dixie National Forest, but it's basically called Bryce Canyon. So, of course, there's Grover, and you can see in the background. Just, it's basically, the whole area is basically at a flat. A basin, and this is up on the hill, so just incredible. Sorry for the trucks, they're probably pulling out clay out of here, I'm guessing. Let's get on to Zion Forest and on to Hurricane, Utah after that. Just incredible. So we're here. It's funny, you get in this area and you start recognizing places from their videos, but this is going into Fab Rats. Oh, and there's the 55. Oh my God. And all his cars open. Okay, so I'll back in. There's Paul Cox right there. Shut that off. Open that. Hey guys, so I'm here at Fab Rats. Like I said, you could pulling up. Sorry for the delay here. I met Paul Cox, and then I just met his mom, and I had this amazing conversation with her. They're just so down to earth, you know. And I said, do you mind if I film? And they're like, yeah, film. So it's so cool to meet these people. They're almost like family. This is their shop cat, and I'll put some clips in there about the shop cat, but it's like the laziest cat you've ever seen. Now this vehicle over here, this is my favorite. I've always been a 55 fan, and it's so beautiful.
It was cool before, but now it's whoop. I may not need to supercharge this thing. All right, we're back in the shop.
Especially being the Patina, like not painted. I think they're talking about painting it, but it's just beautiful the way it is. Now, she was saying it goes 200. Isn't that nuts for this old car? Just so cool. Do some slow clips up, and look at that. Look how beautiful the front bumper is. It's spotless, stainless, just beautiful. I love how it's got the LED headlights too. Now this is the other car that I love here. This is his Firebird.
I've also got an old car that, not just the truck, but
Yeah, we should probably look at that car.
it's
Oh my gosh.
the bath.
I'm interested. I would love to buy this car. I don't have any way to get it home other than drive it. So we're gonna drive it. If you're gonna sell it to us, this is better than Christmas any day. Oh, thank you so much.
Now they've got quite a story. It came from a lady and it was her pride and joy, but it looks beautiful, but I guess it burns oil like nobody's business. So Paul's gonna change out the engine potentially. So I love the color of that, the green color. And then of course the wheels are stunner. I love the wheels. Look at these meats on the back. I won't open the door to respect Paul's privacy, but holy jeez, just beautiful. Now she was saying that normally they'd have 2 to 4 feet of snow here, so I caught it on a perfect year, I guess. So the other vehicle, as you guys know, that I'm a Yoda guy, is Paul's Yoda over here.
Truck from my cousin a few years ago. We were on a hunting trip in Colorado and he crashed us, tipped us upside down. And while we were still hanging in our seatbelts upside down, I told him, I'm like, hey, if they total this truck, I'll buy it from you. And I didn't think they would. We tipped it back over, pulled the plugs out, cleaned the oil out, and drove it home. It was beat up a little. The whole side, the driver's side, was pretty smashed. We slid for a ways. But he called me a few weeks later and said, hey, they total it. If you want it, it's yours. Always wanted to straight axle it. That was the plan, but didn't have any money, so I just started piling parts up, waiting for the day when I could do it. I drove the truck for like 4 years as a normal Toyota. And then finally, I got tired of putting struts and ball joints on it. So we straight axled it.
This was a rollover and Paul completely rebuilt it, and I think he's recently put a forward rear end into it and completely redone it. I was just talking to Paul and they went off on a recovery in the old tow truck, so this is what it looks like there. Now, give you an idea, I'm almost 6 feet. You look at how tall this is. Like, just nuts how tall this stuff is. Now this other one, I'm just gonna kind of snoop over here, and I asked Paul and he said he didn't mind, and Grandma Wally said he didn't mind either. So this is their wood truck, and I know it's just a wood truck, but they recently just put fuel injection into it. So that was on the last episodes. Look at the red clay on it. Isn't that nuts? Just the color of the dirt here is just nuts. Ooh, I can't wait to see that come through too, that duster. That's gonna be cool. So their property runs right along a creek, and I was saying it was good it was snowing, but she was saying that it's not good because that's how they get their water here, from creeks. So yeah, so this is obviously going to be another derby car. Now I'm going to sneak in here and I'm going to show you the world famous tow truck that he's got back here. Now this is Grandma Wally's husband's old truck, so they call it Grandpa Sherman.
That's gonna be fun. This thing's gonna be a riot.
And it's kind of been rebuilt. Now Paul's son, he's over here working on his truck. I'm just gonna see if he's here. And Landon's not here. Okay. So, can you believe this thing? This has been in so many videos, this truck, and they've completely redone it. They're putting carpet into it now, and I guess they put a Whipple on it. Now, it was in the last tow truck derbies, or battles, I guess they say. There's the sticker on the top, Grandpa Sherman. Of course, the Badlands, the winch they're always talking about on the front there. So cool. And then while I'm standing here, I'm going to spin it around, but there's their snack collection that they're always talking about. And all Paul's trophies up there. Just unreal. It's such a cool experience being able to come here. And I was just having a talk with her, and she actually hugged me at the end. It was like, you know, it was like I'm family. And she's like, you are family now that you've been here. So that's the back of the truck there. And of course, this is the Yankum lines that Paul's always talking about. I don't know, they don't seem very, very beefy, but apparently they are. That's pretty cool. Not sure what that is. Oh, it's battery charger. Look at these lugs on these tires. Like, there's my hand. Look at the lug in there. Isn't that nuts? And that's Landon's truck, and they just put a 6-liter into it. So it's pretty cool to see that. That's all his Demo Days awards. Now you guys will laugh at me, but this jacket over here that I'm pointing to, that's Paul's jacket that he does all the welding on TV about. So it's kind of cool just seeing it. And then that's his fabrication tables. Unfortunately, they just went out on a recovery. Otherwise, I would show it. And there's Paul's demo car. So cool. And they've been just so inviting. I asked them if they can film, and they're like, yeah, no problem. And I'm trying to be respectful, of course, because it's their property and their livelihood. But it's just being able to share this with you guys. Like seeing the tow truck. I've seen so many recoveries with that and how he pulled stuff out. And even how did this, the fender come straight out. Sorry, the fender comes straight out, but he cut it and trimmed it in. So Chad did that, which is really cool. And of course, that's the motor they put in Landon's truck. Hopefully it doesn't get blown up. And of course, he's got the Diesel Brothers sticker in the back window. So cool. Now they just added on to the shop on the end here. I guess you can't, it's hard to even tell where the original shop ended. Maybe it ended right there by the light, but they've added on all those bays on the end. Now the one thing, let's see what this is. Fab Rats. So cool. Oh, it's a new air compressor. Now, the one thing that they did want me to release till after they've released it is this old car over here.
Well, we've got some stuff from Harbor Freight. Let's head for an Airbnb. I think we're gonna do it. We're getting somewhere.
Paul actually drove that back from Texas, believe it or not. And it's all original paint. It's just so cool. He's going to re-rope the engine, she was saying, but he's not going to molest it. So he's not going to change it. He's not going to paint it, but it's just so cool. And that's the inside of it there. I don't know anything about old Fords, but I love the body lines on here. But again, she was saying that I can't release this video until after they've released it, which is completely understood. Hello. Everything okay? Okay. So thank you guys so much for going on this journey with me to Fab Rats. I'm going to send up the drone and see if I can get some drone shots from the top and be able to show you guys what it's like. But there's the 55, and that over there is the world famous Rat Shack. It's just cool just being here and being able to see it. and all the peel out marks all the way up. It's so cool. So we're on to Zion and then on to Huracan. So that's what she was saying to do. So I'll do that.